So first, let me, before I go over the exam, let me show you the statistics or your current standing. Average of midterm 1 was 71.93, and average of midterm 2 is 67.38, almost more than 4% decrease. And unfortunately, nobody got number 25 correct. So I decided to give 4 extra points. So then it's the close to midterm exam 1. Okay, it's kind of free lunch.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, exception.
Yes,
Given that,
Thanks,
yeah,
Professor.
you're welcome. So that,
Hey, Professor.
Yeah.
Sorry, is that 4 extra points for everybody or just those that scored around the average?
No, everybody. I have to be fair to everybody.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. So with this 4 extra points, M1 plus M2, and then what? Then, so but only for M1 and M2, not quiz and homework. Homework is very important too. But let's say you just faithfully submit homework and did fairly well and meet quizzes, then what? Like this, based on only M1 and M2, if your score is over 190A, the big gap here, 168A minus 160, and some competition here, 160B plus 150B, 140B minus 130C plus 120C. Should be 130C, right? But 120 because you have homework almost kind of. That homework is almost free lunch as you submit faithfully, right? And then 116C minus 112D. Below that, F. So many people had their scores decreased. Maybe many people enjoyed spring break too much rather than studying whole week of spring break finance. Many people probably enjoyed too much. By the way, but some people increased tremendously, so it's just effort pays. So even you are in this area, if your score increased, that's good news, right? Increased from M1, M2 is higher than M1, that's good news, right? That's good news. So that's an upward trend. But even if you are in this area, the score is decreased, that's not a good one, right? That's not a good one. So just don't be, even though you are in this area, don't be too much discouraged. Just work hard. Just work hard. Finance is an honest subject. Just work hard, and there are possibility of improving the grade. Okay, so just work hard. Then what? Let's go over. Let's go over exam 2, because final is cumulative. Exam 2 was not, but final is cumulative. So you have to just know everything. And as you know, 1 to 7 is the same as the quiz, but So generally did well, but unfortunately, some problem many people missed. That's pretty strange. So quiz 127 is just the same as the quiz. I just changed the numbers. So you should get at least those on correct, but many people missed. That's not good. By the way, so, the best way to study the final is, the first thing is what? Lecture note. You have to just examine all the problems we covered in each lecture note. And you have to write down the best way is you have to write down the problems and try to solve it without looking at the answers. And but practice. If you just look at the answer and you understand, that's not definitely enough. And then what? Then go over your homework problems, then go over your quizzes and your exams, previous exams, and then textbook, then you are ready. Okay, that's the efficient way of studying. Okay, so let's go over this one. Forecasted financial statement method. Which of the following item is not forecasted by the person observing this?
Professor, I had a quick question.
Yep.
You said you added, 4 extra points to this exam. Is that already reflected in when we go to exam 2 to review the grade?
No.
Okay.
I'll add it separately because that is on Cougar courses. So I'll add my grade sheet. I'll add it. Okay. Don't worry about that. Yeah.
Okay. And then my second question, I just wanted to clarify for that scale that you would, said on the last slide, 180 plus or, all those different ranges. Is that the cumulative score between the 2 exams?
So M1 plus M2. Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay. Somebody says that, they didn't have enough time. But as you know, as I said, that's why you have to practice, right? I told you that understanding is not enough. You have to practice so you can solve it fast. Then you are ready. I give you more than 100 minutes. So I have to studying more is not enough. You have to just practice so you can solve it fast. Then you are ready, right? So just looking at the answer, and that's not enough, as I said. You have to practice finance. It's not like management class. You just read the book and understand. That's not enough. You have to practice, okay? So so what's going on. But besides, final will be better. Final is 2 hours. The same number of questions, but 2 hours. I'll give you maybe 10 or 15 minutes more. So final is better, but still you have to practice. Okay, so this one, common stock is just a carryover item. So number 1, but 5 people missed. That is a big problem. And this one, believe it or not, 19 people missed. 19, big numbers. Yeah, that's same question. And here, the point here is that fixed assets were used at 80% of capacity. So capacity sales.
Professor, so what is the answer for number 1?
I marked.
Common stock.
Yeah. Yeah. So capacity sales is 400 divided by 0.8 is 500, right? 500. But S1 is 400 times 1.1 is 440. So using your current capacity, you can generate 440 easily So this will stay the same. I think some people just multiply that by 10% decimal, right? But other one, just 10% increase. So 50 times 1.1 is 55. This one is 77. This one is 88. And you add 100. Then total asset will be 320. The right-hand side, this one is 1.1 is 11, but this one is 60, right? So some same thing here. Those payable, long-term debt, those ones you don't use a percentage of sales method, right? Common stock long-term debt. So it's just 60, 80, 120. Retainer is this one plus 440 times, this one. Profit margin, 5% times 0.05 times dividend payout ratio is 60%. So 1 minus 0.6 is 0.4. Then that is 8.8. I think that is 8.8. 8.8. This part. So the total is 30 plus. This is 38.8. Right. Then if you add all those, what's going on? Why we have two technology? Let's check whether it's working or not. This one works. So we don't need this one. Okay, so 11 plus 60 plus 80 plus 120 plus 38.8, 309.80. So AFN 320 minus is 10.20. So that one is, 19 people missed. A lot of people missed that one. That shows the lack of practice. Okay, practice.
Professor, can you scroll up for a second?
Oh, sure.
What is the number to the right of the common stock 120?
120.
Okay, that is 120. I just wanted to make sure.
Thank you. 120. Yeah, it's kind of, I have to write more clearly. Okay. Any other question? Okay. Then, which of the following statement is false? Excess capacity increases, that's wrong, right? Decreases. A. All the other ones are correct. But strangely, 10 people missed. Yeah, excess capacity decreases. Yeah. That's just a simple thing.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't you give a quiz where when we chose that answer, you said it increases and not decreases?
I told that I changed something, right? Not the exact same.
The question still said, which of the following statements is false? And then access capacity decreases AFN was false. So in this case, increases is also false? That's why I chose E.
No,
because that just
excess capacity decreases is correct.
Yeah, she's right. When we had a quiz.
Correct. Quiz number 3 you have given to us. Quiz number 3 in the second. Which of the following is false? And when we have chosen access capacity decreases AFN, And in this statement, the question asks which of the following statements is false. So access capacity increases can't be true. So I chose E because the rest was all previously mentioned and they were all false.
But as I said, I changed it.
So professor. So for the quiz, you ask the same question, and the answer for number A is you write it down. It's gonna be access capacity decrease
Increases. Yeah,
AFN, and then that's the correct answer is because it's false.
Yeah.
And now, no, the answer is
So I
access
changed it to
capacity is
increases.
decrease. So you ask the same question. Which statement is false?
I think the question should have been which of the following statements is correct? And then access capacity increases AFN is going to agree with that.
No, excess capacity
But I mean, your
decreases
quiz
AFN,
confused
right?
me, so I'm not sure. Your quiz had said same exact thing, and access capacity decreases AFN was false also. So I was totally confused. I'm not sure about the 59, 54 other students here.
The professor said in the quiz that A could be interpreted as being correct, but it wasn't necessarily wrong. So that's why he gave credit for the quiz. The quiz had two right answers, A and D.
Yeah.
That's for the
So-
quiz. In this case,
so
it's more
the-
specific wise. So you
Yeah,
gotta look for
that's
the best
why-
answer. You gotta look for the
Thank
best
you.
answer to solve this answer.
Thank you. That's correct. Yeah, don't just as I said, I told you the quiz there are two right answers, right? So
Yeah.
that because I had so the correct one is, as you know, access capacity decreases, right? This is correct, right? So increase is false. Pretty obvious, right? There's nothing to argue about.
So in the quiz, option A, instead of saying excess capacity increases AFN, in the previous quiz, it said excess capacity decreases AFN, and you said that that was false.
Correct.
That's what I was trying to say.
Thank you, Lacey. Thank you.
I know what you're saying.
Thank you. Thanks for reclarifying. That's exactly what I meant. And I
think
don't,
other students
and
feel the
it's-
same way.
yeah, and I still don't recall accounts payable to be the correct answer. The points were given because of that.
But let me check.
Yes,
Let me check. By the way, let me check the quiz. Let me check the quiz. There is what? Quiz QS what? QS2?
3. It's quiz as QS3, Professor.
Okay, QS3. Let's check QS3. It says that which of the following is false? In the calculation of cost of capital, the before tax cost of capital should be used. That's wrong, right? After, so A is wrong. But here, so A is wrong, so A is. But excess capacity decreases AFN, that is correct, so that's not the answer. Economies of scale lead to less than proportional asset increases, that's correct. Lumpy assets lead to large periodic AFN requirements, recurring excess, that's correct.
If Professor,
Accounts payable, accruals, and deferred taxes are not included in the calculation of cost of capital. That's correct. So A is correct. So A means before tax cost. So that is wrong. And I didn't say that excess capacity decrease AFN is wrong, right? Answer is A, right?
in the quiz,
So
if you look back to your PowerPoint that has the notes, you see that you circled A as well as E for that quiz 3.
Yeah, and you gave everybody credit, I think. I don't know. Yeah, anybody who chose A or E got credit. That's where the confusion is.
but that doesn't mean that, excess capacity. So I'll show you this. So let's just,
I think because of the confusion, we should all get extra points for this notes because this specifically confused me and I reviewed it. And of course I got it wrong because I chose E.
so look at this.
It was definitely.
This is a quiz, right? That is what? Which of the following statement is false? And there is not excess capacity decrease AFN is not false. So that's not the answer, right?
When you went over it previously, you said that that was a true answer.
Yeah, look back at your Word document. that
So
you-
the Word document, Professor.
The Word document says access capacity decreases AFN was the correct answer for this particular quiz.
Let me go back to original quiz. This one. This is what? So I'll show you this. Not this one. Where is it? This one. Excess capacity decreases AFN. That is not false. Economies of scale lead to less than proportional asset increases.
Professor,
That's
look at
correct.
the one that you marked up. You marked the one that you marked up.
Okay. Okay, stop share. Stop share.
Professor, I have it pulled up if you want me to share my screen.
I know, I can show you. I can show you. Okay, here. Share screen. This one is quiz, and which of the following statement is false? I show you excess capacity decreases AFN.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
That's
See why we're
correct.
confused now?
This is what you're talking about, right?
That
Yes,
is correct.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
Professor.
The
Excess
miscommunication
capacity
there.
decreases AFN. That's correct. Right, but why I put it a false?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Don't take my quiz credit away though.
Yeah,
Yeah, but why you didn't argue with me that time?
oh, because you.
We trusted you.
I thought you were right, Professor.
We trusted you.
Yeah, don't forget critical thinking, right?
Okay.
Excess capacity decreases AFN. That's correct. So answer is E. But why I did that? That's a so I think that is a good argument because that I did some I made a mistake. You are correct. So
Another
I'll
fault.
give you everybody credit, but those who got the right answer, extra 4 points. So that should be fair because
Thank you, Professor.
because
Thank you.
even though I made
Sounds
a
fair.
mistake, even though I made a mistake, you should know that. That's pretty obvious, right? I made a mistake, but you should have told me before, right? It doesn't make sense. But so that's why I changed it to this one to increased to change it. But I forgot that I made a mistake. Yeah. So you get benefit of my mistake. So those who did wrong will get 4 points, and those who did it correct also get. So everybody get four more points. Okay. So I'm kind of reasonable person.
Wait, did
I
you
have
say
to,
that those that got it right get 4 extra points on top
Yeah,
of the 4 points?
yeah. Everybody got 4 more points. So everybody will get 4 more points. Yeah. Okay. So actually, so you guys get 8 more points. That's a lot. Yeah. So I hope those in the C- or F area work hard. That's a kind of bonus for you guys to work hard. Don't get disappointed. Don't be, don't lose heart. Just work hard, and you will get. So that maybe that's why. Yeah. So my mistake is really good for those who just did poorly on the midterm exam too. So work hard. Don't forget that finance is difficult.
Consideration. Thank you.
Yeah. So I just take responsibility of my mistake. Okay. So I have to make sure that 4 more points. 4 more points. 4, 8 plus 4 again. Okay. But it will show in your Google courses, but it will show my grade sheet. Don't worry. So let's go back. What was the one? Okay. I'll save. Oops. Okay, so number 4, what is the cost of equity? That is what. That should be the easiest question because only, not easiest, still 3 people missed. 3 people missed. KS 2 times 1.06 over 22 plus 0.06. Then the answer is 15.64. She said, enter. So I did, so percentage is there, but just you have to enter 15.64. And so that is 3 people. And number 5 is supposed to be at least intermediate difficulty, but I'm glad that only 1 person missed. That's good. 1 person missed. So KE DCF equals 5 times 1.0, 4%, 4 over 40 plus 0.04, that is 18.44%. KS DCF 5 times 1.04. Okay, day is 40 times. So you guys are not participating. You guys are not correcting. What happened? 40 times 1 minus flotation cost 10%, 0.1. This is just 40 plus 0.04 is 17%. So flotation premium is 18.44 minus 17, 1.44. So we just put this one. Next, suppose the company's most recent free cash flow 0 was 100. And this one should be also easy. Yeah, only 3 people missed, but you should not miss this one. This is just formula thing, right? 100 times 1.05 over 0.1 minus 0.05, right? This is a formula, and that is what 2100. So it says that 1234 million, then just enter this one. So this is the answer. And number 7, yeah, all you have to do is what? Discount at 15%. So 100 divided by 1.15, that will be, where is it? Number 7. Number 7. I didn't put, I only have answer. So let's just 400 divided by 1.15. 347.83. And this one divided 1.15 squared, 300 divided by 1.15 divided by 1.15, 2 times, 226.84.
Oh, Professor?
Yep.
Nothing.
Okay. You answered your question yourself, I think. So 500 divided by 1.1, oops, 1.15 divided by 1.15 divided by 1.15, 328.76. So 347 plus 226 is less than 600. So 2 whole years, 2 plus 600 minus 347.83 minus 226.84 divided by this one, 328.76. Then the answer is 2.08. 8 people missed. 8 people missed. Okay, that's a problem. That is exactly the same as the quiz, except I changed some numbers. Okay, no. What? What's the question?
Trying to read and stay along with you at the same time. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, class participation is extremely important. Yeah, those who are very silent, big problem. Yeah, so those who participate, those people are generally, not 100%, but generally okay, at least okay, or very well. But those who are very silent, big problem. So please participate. Active learning. Yeah.
Can you explain why it's only those two, term 1 and term 2?
What do you mean? These two?
Yeah, you said because term 1 and term 2 are greater than 600.
So here, payback period means how long will it take for you to get your 600, right? So year 1, discounted payback is what? You have to use discount cash flows. This one is not enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
And plus that is also not enough. So whatever is left, you have 326.76 is more than enough. So it won't take the whole year. So for 1 year, 2 year, right? And then, so let's just then see the number that is 600 minus 347.83, then what? 252.17. That is greater than 226.84, right? So that minus 226.84, then what? Still left. So that's why it took at least 2 years. 2 years is not enough to recover. So still you have to recover 25.33, right? Then year 3, not the whole year, because you have enough money, 328.7. So that divided by 328.76, then 0.08, so 2.08, right? So that's how to calculate discounted payback period. Any other question? Okay, so number 8. Which of the following is not always a way to increase the value of a company? And I told you that operating profitability, capital requirement, with every cost of capital is pretty obvious. But A, increased growth rate is not just always increase, right? I told you that if the first term is all MVA formula, first term is always positive, right? But second term, OP minus WAG times CR over 1 plus G, that term is negative, then high growth make your MBA more negative. So we did the practice, right? From 5% to 6%, right? Do you remember? So A is the correct answer, but 5 people missed. That's a big problem. Number 9, the capital budgeting director of Sparrow Corporation is evaluating a project with a cost 100,000. Is expected to last for 20 years and produce 12,500 per year. What is the project's IR? This is probably the easiest one, number 9, but 3 people missed, right? First, we have to enter cash flow and hit IRR and just compute, right? So using our technology, cash flow, cost 100,000, so 100,000 you have to, but negative, right? Oh, good. Now I see 0. Oh, one more 100,000. Oops, too much. Negative, enter. And it says that 12,500. 12,500. For 20 years, F is 20. 20, enter. And go to IRR, compute. 10.93. So you just 12.3, enter this one, so 10.93. Okay. Number 10. What is the crossover rate? You cannot just calculate NPV of A and B and try to use IY to see whether they are close to each other. Don't do that. The delta project, right? Delta project is what? A minus B, right? Then what? Time 0, 0. Time 1, 460 minus 50, 410. Time 2, 100 minus 50, 50. Time 3, 100 minus 50, 50. Time 4, 100 minus 480, minus 380. Time 5, again, minus 380. What you have to do is what? IR of that, so cash flow, second, CF0 is 0. C1 is 410. F1 is 1. C2 is 50. F2 is 2. C3 is 380. Negative. And F3 is also 2. IR, compute, 13.21%. Yeah, 13.1. And that one, strangely, 10 people missed. So people forget or didn't practice. Just so didn't know Delta project, right? IRR of Delta project.
Professor, can you please show the calculator work again, please?
Calculator? Oh,
Yes.
Slowly? Okay, you can clear work. CF0 is 0, right? Down arrow. C1 is 410, right? 410. Enter. Stop me if I too fast. This 1, right? That one is 1. And C2 is 50, so 50, enter. F2 is what?
2.
2, yeah, 2, enter. C3 is 380, 380. Negative, enter. F3 is what?
2.
Okay, Thank you. That's it, right? And go to IR. Then what? Just compute. 13.1. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Professor.
Welcome. Thank you for asking. Yeah, that will help your friend. So this one, what is the annualized cost? Then what? All you have to do is what? These 5,000 annualized is 5,000 present value, and 6 years, 6N. Value of time value of money is 12, so 12 IY. And compute payment. Second clear TDM. 5,000 present value. 6 IY. 12, no, 6N, so 12 IY. 6N. If you made a mistake, just enter again, 6N. Compute payment. 12, 16, 13. So that is annualized one. Then what? There is 800, that is already annualized. So total is 12, 16.13 plus 800, 201613. 9 people missed. Not bad, 9 people missed. Number 12, what is the break point? This is the easiest, right? We expect retainer is 3 million. 3 million divided by, this is equity, so equity break, 40% equity, so 0.4, right? That is 7.5, right? So answer is E. This one is supposed to be easiest one, but 6 people missed, 6 people. Big problem, okay, big problem. Then which of the following statement is not correct? The corporate valuation model can be used even for a company that does not pay dividend, that's correct. A corporate valuation model discount free cash flow by what?
By WACC.
Check. By WACC. So B is the answer. It's not required return on equity. So free cash flow is for everybody, so it should be weighted average, not return on equity is only for equity investors. Free cash flow is for everybody. So 13 is B, and 9 people missed. Wow. So NVA, right? This should be also easy one because all you have to do is what? Your like formula, right? So that is what? Sales 20 million times 1 plus G, 5%, over WACC 14 minus G 0.05 times OP, right? OP is where is it? NOPAT over sales, so 2 over 20 minus WACC 14 times capital requirement is operating capital over sales, so 10 over 20 over 1 plus G, 1.05, right? But this is not definitely not a difficult one. But strangely, so the answer is 7.78. But surprisingly, unbelievably, this is one of the difficult one. 39 people missed. How come? That's really strange.
The slides,
Hello?
all the formulas were really confusing. You had like 5 slides with different formulas, and I just didn't really know which one to use.
Yeah, same here. It was confusing.
No, it is not confusing. That I show you the final answer there, MBA, and I used that formula many, many times. You know, that
Just
is
with the process, I think looking at all of them when I was studying, I didn't really know what that jump was for.
yeah. So I told you that you don't have to know the process, but this is the final answer is important, right? So, and the final answer is this formula, MBA. It's pretty obvious. I think it is just lack of practice, right? Why? Because I did this in class for, example, 5% from 5% to 6%. Yeah, I showed you how to get MBA from 5%, right? Exactly using this formula. So, yeah,
The answer
you guys have to
7.70,
really
Professor?
study more. Yeah,
Professor, isn't the answer 7.70? Or is it
7.78. But I just give a point.
to anybody who
Yeah,
got 7?
yeah, because like decimal things. So some range is fine. Yeah.
Awesome.
Question, Professor.
Yep.
Is it 2 over 20 minus 14, or is it 0.14?
Minus 14. Sorry. Good. Check. It's not 14. 0.14. Now class is getting better. Nobody fixed the error. Why? How come? That's a good point. Good point. Yeah. When you enter numbers, when you enter a percentage into formula, always what? Real number, not percentage, right? If not, if it's 14, then it doesn't make sense, right? 2 over 20 is already 0.1. So 0.14. Okay, good point. Yeah. So you have to make sure that any error, I'm a human, so any error should be corrected. So use a critical thinking formula. I mean, critical thinking. So number 15, corporate valuation model. This one is a really easy one. I don't know why. This one, can you believe that 18 people missed? That doesn't make any sense. That's really kind of strange. This is like a giveaway question. Why? The value of corporation is 400, so 400 million minus book value is 30 million. Preferred stock also book value. So then what? 330. Then 330 divided by 10 million, 33. That's extremely strange. Now this one is really a giveaway question, but 18 people missed. Something's very, 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 very wrong. Yeah, very wrong. By the way, what I can say is that you have to study more. Definitely study more. This is, don't just, as I said, don't try to just look for a shortcut. Just examine your lecture note and review over and over again. Okay, and if you have a question, just ask me. Okay, I'm here. I'm available. So ask questions, and I can answer your questions. So study hard, and have questions and ask questions. Okay, so please study hard, because your success is my success. Right? We are in the same boat. So please work hard. So what is the cost of preferred stock? The par value 60 with the dividend rate. So par value 60 times dividend rate 0.08 is what? 4.8 there is preferred dividend. Dividend, P means preferred stock. Then what? Cost of preferred stock is preferred dividend 4.8 over current price 50. The flotation cost is 5%, 1 minus 0.05, right? That is number 16, 10.11%. 10.1. Number 16, 8 people missed. So less than 10 people missed is easy ones. Number 17, after-tax cost of debt. So you have to first calculate YTM, right? But be careful, it's semi-annual. So it is 1,000 future value. Coupon rate 9%. So 1,000 times 0.09 is 90. But semi-annual, so 90 divided by 2. It's 45 is payment. 45 payment. And 20 years, 20 times 2, so 40 yen. And market price should be negative, so minus 1018. Present value, right? That's only negative because you have to pay money. No free lunch in finance. You have to pay money to get interest and par value, right? So second, clear TVN 1018.67 negative present value and 40 N and 45 payment and 1,000 future value and compute IY 4.4. But there is what? There is 6 months rate, so interest rate should be stated in terms of year, right? So YTM, yield to maturity, is 4.4 times 2 is 8.8. But that's not the answer yet, because what is after-tax cost of that? So after-tax cost KD is 8.8 times 1 minus 0.4, 1 minus T. That is 5.28%. 5.28, okay. So this one, 17, oh, coincidence. 17 people missed. So this is kind of intermediate to difficult one. Okay, 17 people missed. So there are several caveats. So times 2, right? This times 2, not 4.4. But also finally 1 minus T, right? Okay, then 18, this one shows that actually many people didn't really practice enough. This is not that difficult. It's a typical MIR problem, right? But 38 people missed. Usually MIR is difficult, but not this much. Pretty strange. So this one, negative, should go to present. So that is 150 divided by 1.14 squared, right? So all the negative should come to present, come to the present, time 0. All the positive should come to the future, that is either time 0 or time 3. That is what? Using cost of capital. So 300 times 1.14 squared. right? Then again, 150 divided by 1.14 and divide by 1.14 one more time. 115.42. So that is 115.42. So time 0 is what? Minus 500 minus 115.42 equals minus 615.42. Year 3, this is 300 times 1.14 times 1.14, 398.88, 389.88. So time year 3, 800 plus 389.88 is what? 1189.88. Then what? Finally, a bit more space. Minus 61542 is present value. 1189.88 is future value. What is N?
Three.
Check 3 years. From 0 to 3 is 3 years, so 3N. That's all for IY. So this one plus 800. Second clear TVM, and that is future value. Then 615.42 negative present value. 3N. Compute. IY 24.58. Yeah, 24. So you enter 24.58. So this is, I didn't just twist to anything, just typical MIR question. But what? 38 people missed? Definitely lack of practice. So what I'm saying, this is what? For your final, you know what to do, right? No excuse, just work hard, practice, practice. Then let's just go to the next page. Cash flows for project A as follows. What is EAA? EAA is first you have to calculate the net present value, right? To calculate net present value, cash flow and net present value. 500 negative, then 350, enter. There are 2, so F is 2 enter. Then 200, and 3, right? F2 is 3, 1, 2, 3, so 3. Go to NPV, and it says the capital, cost of capital 11%, so 11, enter. Down arrow, compute. 496.06. There is NPV.
For cash flow 0, you entered negative 500? Okay.
Yeah, negative 500, yeah. And then what? Then now that becomes 496.06 becomes present value. And N is 5 year, right? 5N. And 11 IY. And so for payment. So you can get, so you hit C/C, then what? You salvage that number, then hit present value. And 5N, 11 IY, compute, payment, 134.22. So that is, 10 people missed.
Professor,
Yep.
on the first time that you put it in to calculate the NPV, what did you input for IY?
I5 is, I always, the firm's cost of capital is 11%, so 11.
So Professor?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, that's the question, right? 11% cost of capital.
Yeah, that was so you used that on the second portion when you used 496.06 as the present value and 5N, but did you use that when you calculated?
Yeah, same thing, yeah, cost of capitalism,
okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
So Professor,
yeah.
yep. I plugged the same number, but I come out to be 325.28. That's why I got it wrong. I did the same thing. I did again right now. It come out to be the same 325.28 as a EAA. Can you do it all over again from the present values?
Okay, let's do it again. See, second clear work. Oops, cash flow, 500, right? Negative, right? Enter. And C1 is 350, so 350, enter. F is what? Only 2, right? So 2, enter. And C2 is 200, enter. F is what? 3, right? So 3 and enter. Go to NPV. I is 11, enter. Down arrow. Compute. 496.06. Did you get it too? 496.06?
Yes, I get the same.
Okay.
I get the same.
Yeah, then hit C/C, then what? You get this one directly from the screen. So second, clear TBM. Don't forget clear TBM. Maybe you didn't do that. Clear TBM.
Yeah,
and then,
that might be. Yeah.
Yeah. Then what? Then there is future value. And 5N, 11 IY, and compute payment. Well, 7965. What's going on?
You hit future value instead of present value.
I hit future value. Oh, sorry. So compute. This is so if you make a mistake, just go back to NPV. Then it's there. So like this. Second, clear TVM, and that is present value. Did I hit future value? Yeah, present value. And 5N, 11 IY. Compute payment 134.22, right? So be careful. So you have to sometimes you may have to check again. Yeah.
Yeah, so I basically got the same number, but I forgot to clear the TVM by the end. So that's why I calculate the annual the PMT. That's different number.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
clear TVM, as I said, is extremely important. If not, the calculator just use the number you entered before, and everything is just mixed. Be careful. Okay. Given the following cash flows, what is net present value project of the economic life? That is, as I said, you know how to read this one, right? That means 1 year project is minus 5,000. Year 1, 2,200, but salvage value 3,500. So 5,700. This is 1 year project. Then 2 year project is minus 5,000. Year 1, 2,200. Year 2, 2,200. But there is 2,500. So it's 4,700. So this is 2 year project. And 3 year project, you have to check every year. Minus 5,000. 2,200, 2,200, and 1,750, but there is 500. So 2,250, like this. Then what? And as I said, to solve this one is better for you starting from the shorter time. There is 1 year, starting from 1 year, then you don't have to enter numbers again. So 5,000, enter. And year one, 5,700, right? Enter. Go to NPV. Cost of capital 12%, so 12, enter, down arrow. Compute. 8929, NPV. And then what? Then go to CF, so you have, it's already there, but C1 is not changed to 2,200, right? So 2,200. And C2 is what? 4,700. Go to NPV, down arrow, compute. 71110. Finally, C2 is now what? 2,200. C3 is 2,250. NPV. 31962. It's all positive. Then what? The best one is this. So 2-year project. The answer is this. So the answer is, so what is the NPV of the project of the economic life? Economic life is 2 years. So 1 point. So this is the answer. Number 20, wow, 31 people missed. Wow, definitely this is lack of practice. Yeah, this is just too many. Usually not this much, but by the way, 711.10. So as long as you know what to do, that's okay. Okay, just work hard. The next one, 21.
Professor?
Yeah.
Why did we choose the year 2? Can you explain that, please?
Because this is the highest.
Okay.
Yeah, highest NPV, right? If those are negative, then positive one is the one, right? But everyone is positive, then what? You choose the highest NPV. Yeah. So that is highest. Yeah. Good question.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Somebody may have the same question, but too shy to ask. But that's good. Helping your friend. Next one. Next one is that, you know, ABC Corporation is by borrowing 40 million, no other debt or preferred stock. So it's 40 million debt and equity. Then year one, free cash flow 8 million. Year two, 10 million. And constant growth starts from year two. So what? 6%. So 10 times 1.06 is what? 10.6? I have to make sure. 10 times 1.06. Yeah, 1060. Like this, right? Then what? The constant growth starts from here. So you can use constant growth formula. So value of operation at 2, that's important, is 1060 over WACC minus G, so 0.14 minus G is what, 6%, 0.06. And that is, so I didn't do it. So that divided by 0.08. 132.50. An important thing is that is value of operation at 2. So that is value cash flow at 2. So you have to, also there's million, so 132.5. So year 2 is what? 142.5 million. Okay. 10 million plus. So all you just have is these two cash flows. 8 million in year one and 142.5 million year two. So this is uneven cash flow. Because all free cash flow from year three and on is just discounted here in year two. So using our cash flow, say of 0 is 0, right? C1 is 8, and C2 is 142.5. NPV, 14%, 14. And compute 116 point, where is it? 116 point, 116.67, yeah. So value of operation at 0, is what? 116.67. Then what? That is total value company. But stock price is only equity, so value of equity is what? 116.67 minus 40 is what? 76.67. Stock price
divided by 5.
Check. Stock price is 76.67 divided by 5 million shares. 5, that is number 21. 15.33. 15.33. So that is the answer. And that one, 13 people missed. Not bad. Now, this is not an easy one. But 13 people, that's acceptable. That's reasonable. But 22 is the problem. 22, almost everybody missed. Almost. Yeah, this one is typical question. And we went over this one, but I don't know why, by the way. So this one, first step is what? We have to have beta, unlevered beta of A, unlevered beta of A. So this is U unlevered. That is, A has beta 1.7, so 1.7 over 1 plus 1 minus T, 1 minus 0.4. One minus 0.4 times DOV 1.2. That is what? One minus 0.4 is 0.6. So 1.7 over 1 plus 0.6 times 1.2. That is 0.99. And unlevered beta of B is what? 1.5 divided by 1 plus 0.6 times D over 1 times 1 is so 1.5 over 1.6. That is 0.94. And then B C of U, that is what? Beta of 1.2 divided by 1 plus 0.6 times 0.7. So 1.2 over 1.42, that will be 0.85. Then beta U average is 0.99 plus 0.94 plus 0.8 divided by 3, that will be 0.92. So, but this is unlevered. Your division is leveraged. D is 1.5, so beta L levered of your division is 0.92 times, so re-lever, 1 plus 0.6 times 1.5. That is 1.75. Then your cost of capital of your division is risk-free rate 4%, market 11%, minus 4 times beta. Then step by step, 16.28%. Then WACC is D over E is 1.5. So I told you that D is 1.5, E is 1 is the simplest number that satisfies D over E 1.5. 1.5 over 1 is 1.5. So total asset is what? Total asset is D plus E is what? 2.5. So this is total asset. So that ratio is what? 1.5 over 2.5 times cost of debt, before tax cost of debt, 8%, times 1 minus T, plus 1 over 2.5, because E is 1, right? Times 16.28. Answer is 9.39%.
So 8%, Professor, so 8 or 0.08 times 1.
No, where you have to use percentages, so just use percentage. Okay. I told you that percentage, what you are solving for should be whole number, like 8%, because your unit is percentage, right? So it says that what if the answer is 1.2%, then you enter 1.3. So you use percentage.
So
this
why do
one-
you use the tax rate is like 0.4? Why don't you use just 40? If you keep the percentage R in the equation, you have to keep 40%. Why you write like 0.4?
Because I use 1, right? 1 minus 0.4. So in other words, if you want to get percentage, then only this, the rate of return 8% and 16.8 is percentage. All the other is decimal. Yeah. Okay, be careful. Very, very important.
Professor,
You know-
how many people got that question right?
You know what? This one, believe it or not, only one person got it correct. One person.
I'm not
Well-
surprised.
One person. So he has to be proud. Yeah. Yeah, one
Professor?
person got it correct. But believe it or not, this is not actually a difficult one. And this is what I'm saying. This is just need lots of practice. Practice. Don't forget that everything is step by step, and it's not difficult. And historically, it's not like this. But I don't know what happened to this class, but historically, many people got it correctly. This one is not that difficult, but it seems to me that people's study level is pretty low. I have that impression. So if you study hard, then you can improve your grade, I think. Okay.
Professor,
Yep.
for the beta C unleveraged, I got 0.85. And I calculated it again and I got 0.85. And since I used 0.85, it changed my answers by a few percentage points each time I used it.
No problem. I just take that into account. So, yeah.
If my answer comes out different, then it's wrong. It came out a little bit different because I used 0.85, not 0.8. So along the way, it kept getting a deeper and deeper mistake.
Let's see, 1.2 over 1.42, 0.85.
But in these calculations, you're using 0.8.
Let me do one more time. 1.2 over 1.42, 0.85. Let me see. 0.85, sorry, 0.85, correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, because then it changes it like a little bit along the way.
No, all the numbers are according to 0.85. I just didn't write it correctly. Good, yeah, 0.85, yeah. I did it according to this one, yeah.
Because then for my beta average, I got 0.93 using 0.85. And then for the division, I got 1.77, not 1.75.
Yeah, that's fine. I took that into account, yeah, so that I give some range correct. So, yeah, I already took that into account. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay. This one, 23, 24, 25. Many people missed. So again, lack of practice. So this one, I put 23, 24, 25 in one just setting because all the problems are related, right? So what is next year's addition to retained earnings? That is, just it says that, where is it? The 30% growth, right? So interest rate 9%. So how to do is this one times 1.3, 1,300. And this one times 1.3 is 1040. Then that minus that is what? 260. And interest is from here. Debt times interest rate and notes payable and long-term debt total 300 is debt, right? So 300 times 0.09. That is 27. So that is, maybe many people miss this one, minus 27. So that is what I try to see, okay, in this problem, whether you can calculate interest correctly. And then what? Taxes 40% is what? 93.2. And so 139. So net income is 139.8. Then dividend is 60%. 60% is 83.88. In addition to retained earnings is 55.92. So that's the answer. Okay, that's the answer for first one. Then what is net fixed asset? So net fixed asset is we have to calculate capacity sales. Capacity sale is 1,000 divided by 0.8. Then capacity sale is 1250. And that is about S1. S1 is 1,300. that is less than 1,300. So your current asset, current fixed asset is not enough to support 1,300. So you have to calculate net fixed asset capital intensity ratio, right? That is, you have a current net fixed asset is what? 300. So 300 over 1250 full capacity sales. That is what? 0.24.
Sir, I have a question. So for this question specifically, for question 23, I used the additional retained earning formula to use to calculate it. It's come up to unit.
No, that, as I said, that's the wrong way. That is only for AFN formula. This is the final statement method. So that is wrong way. So that you cannot use that. I emphasize that in class. You cannot use that way in final statement forecasting method. So don't use that, okay? I emphasize that. So that is wrong way. That's wrong way. So that cannot be the correct answer. So you have to use the financial statement way like this. Okay, so that is 0.24. So you have 1,300 sales times 0.24. That is 312. So that is the answer for 24. Finally, what is Chrome's project ROE? Then we have to, yeah.
Can you go back up to 23? I'm sorry, I don't understand where you got the 1,300 from. Are you just saying that's your sales times 1.3, the 30%, your net next year's
Exactly, yeah.
sales? Okay, that makes more sense. Thank you.
Yeah, good. Then what? Current asset times 1.3, 910, and net fixed asset at 312, 1222. So this is a total asset. Then AP times 1.5, that is 195. 100, 200 carryover, 150 carryover. But plus, addition to retained earnings 55.92 from here, right? Where is it? All right, from here, 55.92. So then this 455.92. So the total is 1,100.92. Then AFN is 1,222 minus 1,100.92. That is 121.08. But it says that this AFN is like 40% long-term debt and 60% short-term debt, right? So that is actually that is a hint for 23. Okay, that is that there are two kinds of debt: 40% long-term debt, 60% short-term debt. So, you know, this one, 121.08 times 40% is 48.43. And 121.08 times 60% is 72.65. So he says that notes payable is short-term debt. So this one plus 48.43 is 148.43. Long-term debt plus 72.65 to 72.65. other numbers are the same, 150 or 55.92. You know what? 1222 balance sheet, right? So ROE is,
Sir, I'm trying to keep up. Where did you get 1222?
1222?
Yeah, before the AFN. Yeah.
Here. Total asset.
Total
asset plus net fixed asset. 1222. Yeah. Good question. So ROE is net income over equity. Total equity. Then what? Net income is from income statement. That is what? 139.8. Right, this one, 139.8. Oops, what's going on? Close this one. 139.8. And don't forget that this common stock. Wait.
Professor, I thought short-term debt was 60% and long-term debt was 40%. So wouldn't long-term debt 40% go to long-term debt?
Wait. Let's look at the question one more time. Oh yeah, 40% is long-term debt, 60% short-term debt. So 40% is long-term debt. What is this? That's very strange. Let me stop share. Check. So let me go to review question. This is question number, exam number 2. Wait. Exam number 2. I tried to change it, but I didn't change. Yeah, I tried to change it, but I didn't change it. So, oops. So not this one. Stop share. I cannot show you other people's grade. So let's go back to here. And just go. Yeah, I thought I changed the number, but I didn't change. So let's get back to here. But that is not a problem. Let's change that one. So actually that is 139.8. I tried to have 40% long-term debt and 60% common stock, right? But I didn't change it. So it should be, so this become easy one because this one has no effect on the exam. So only 150 plus common stock plus this one, 455.92. So 150 plus 455.92 equals 645.92 divided by 139.8. 1 over x, 0.23 times 100, 23.07. So that's the right answer, 23.07%. Okay. Now I see this one is easier than I was intended, but
So Professor, so you said it like 40% of long-term debt, right? So long-term debt should add 48.43.
That's what I'm saying. So you have to change this one. So this one is 172.65, and this one is 248.43. Yep. Okay. Okay. So that's the exam. So let me, and next class, there should be a quiz. So let me just go to.
Quick question, Professor. So net fixed assets. So from 300, how do you come out to be 312? I trying to catch that. For the net fixed asset, from 300 to 312, how do you get that? I missed that. I missed that one.
Here. That is your S1 times this net fixed asset capital intensity ratio. Okay, that is 2. Yep.
S1
That's
times
24. Okay.
Professor, really quick, question, I know you already went over this, but for some reason, I keep getting a different answer than what you're getting for question 19. So I got the NPV the same as you, but then after that, I'm getting a different answer.
Then you have to just, maybe you didn't clear TBM as 10. Yeah, do it again, clear TBM, okay? And it should be this answer, okay? So
because we're solving for the payment, right? Sorry.
Yeah, you solve for payment, yeah. Solve for payment. So because of only 2 minutes for next quiz, your quiz will be very easy. So this one should be on the quiz. We have to do something. So I'll do this one next time, but this one is for your quiz. So conclusion, somebody says that if NPV is the best, why, we solve other ones? Because consider all rules, because each rule provides a different piece of information. NPV is the best, but it is best considering that all the numbers are correct, there is no error, and all the discount rate correct, and so on. In that case, it gives a direct measure of dollar benefit to a project, to a firm shareholder. So that is consistent with what manager's goal, shareholder wealth maximization. That's NPV rule is the best, but times are not perfect. Payback period can be used as a measure of liquidity and risk, right? So even though NPV is very big, but big cash flow occurs, let's say after 10 years, then what? Your company is on the verge of bankruptcy, then what? You want to go for short payback period project to survive. So payback period is very good when you are just having trouble and when you want to your concern is liquidity and risk. Short term is less risky, right? And IRR can be more useful when safety margin is concerned. Safety margin, that is what? IRR is high means we have a high safety. And also IRR and MIR may be better when capital rationing exists, right? Capital rationing exists. So review this one. So subject to next quiz. next quiz.
What slide was that? I'm unsure if you're sharing your PowerPoint.
Yeah, what question are you talking about?
Next class quiz, not today, but next class. From next class there will be quiz, right?
So
we-
you're not sharing your screen, Professor.
Yeah, we don't know what you're talking about.
Oh really? Oh sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Share it really quick.
Yeah, why you guys pointing this class very low response? Yeah, I explained everything. And so this one more time. So you have to consider all rules because each piece provide different piece of information. NPV rule is the best because it gives direct dollar benefit, but NPV rule is the best when you have enough money. The money is not the problem, but if capital rationing exists, that means the money is the problem. IR and MR may be better, right? The bigger project have bigger NPV, but what? Profitability may be low. Then what? Then what? You may not have enough money. Then what? You may have small project with a high IRR. It may be better. And payback period can be used when you are in like a financial distress, something like right, financial distress, right? Then what? Then payback period may be better. And IR can be more useful when safety margin is concerned. So then what? If you want to have more safety, then what? IR may be useful. So that's why we study all rules rather than just NPV. So NPV rule is the best under the perfect world. That is what. No, just lack of money. Just you have plenty of money. Money is not a concern. That's not actually true. And all the future cash flow forecast is correct, no error. And your cost of capital calculation is correct, no error. Then what? Then NPV rule is the best, right? But don't forget, life is not that simple. There's lots of problem. The company may have financial trouble, then they may want to get project with shorter payback instead in spite of low NPV to survive, right? So payback period can be very useful as a measure of liquidity and risk. IR can be more useful when safety margin is concerned. But under perfect world, NPV rule is the best. Okay. So this will be a next quiz. So if you miss this quiz, then that's a real problem, right? So just study this one, okay? I won't twist too much. Yeah, I'll make it easy.
Professor?
Any question?
Yeah, where it says financial distress, are you looking at number 3 or number 4? Number 3.
Yeah, under financial distress,
yeah.
Payback may be better. Payback.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for asking. Can be better.
Professor, is there any way you could go to question 18 just so I can read your work on the test?
Question 18. Yeah, other people can leave. Yeah, that's fine. Oops, what's going on? So this one.
You're gonna post the Word document, right?
Yeah, I'll post it, but yeah, I'm asking questions.
Okay.
So let me go to.
Well, have a good weekend, Professor.
Thank you. You too. So I'll answer your question. Number 18. Okay, number 18. This one. Yeah, what's your question?
So I'm at the point where I'm using 1189.88 future value, 3N, and negative 615.42 is the present value. And then just computing IY, right?
Exactly.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Okay.
That's all I needed.
Hey, Professor.
Yeah.
What if, so for this one, I got 24.95. Would I still get credit for that or no?
No, that's too much. Go away. Yeah, it's close, but yeah. I just see the range of numbers that's possible. But this one is just, no range. For example, the one like which one? Yeah, like this one. Now this one, like this one, right? This one, many steps. So like this, in small numbers in each step may generate more decimal change, then maybe okay. But this one, not much step. You just it's a if you number 24.9 something, then that means you made some mistake. Yeah. So unfortunately, no point. Yeah. So the point is what? Closeness doesn't make sense. Depends on the problem. Depends on some problem. It's acceptable. Yeah. Okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question? Okay. Have a good weekend.